If you're going to sell voice AI systems, then you need a really good demo system. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to create one using Vapi, and I'm going to show you how to create a really good sounding prompt using a bit of magic with Claude. Plus, we're going to hook it up to an N8N MCP server so it can book into your Google Calendar, so you have a really awesome sounding and functional demo system. Plus, I'll show you how to get a really good lead as well. So you're going to learn a lot of things and you'll be able to download all these cool things at the end of the video. My name is Altus. I run my own AI agency, plus my mentorship program, and no, there's a bit of importance that you need a really good demo system when you get onto those sales calls so you can convert those leads to clients. And we're going to go through that system right now so you can do it for yourself and have it ready to go so you can make some money with AI. Okay, let's get into this because it's going to be fun, but this is going to be how to create a really good demo product. So if someone signs up for a live demo or a Zoom call, we want to get them and actually onboard them or show them a demo how your system works, then this is how you're going to do it. And the reason we're doing it this way is that we want to make it really specific for their business case or their business, and we also want to wow them a little bit. So we're going to go through about creating a voice AI demo system specifically for the business that we're going to sell out to or demo this product for. And we're just going to do something cool and we're going to connect N8N to this. So you're also going to learn something cool about N8N and Vapi in the combination for it. So a couple of things you will obviously need is you're going to need a Vapi account. Now, Vapi is free and then you have to eventually pay for the pay-per usage, and I'll show you how it all gets worked out. But it's really good for creating demo systems, okay? So if someone wants a demo voice AI to see how well this works, Vapi is good to go on because you can demo it via the web chatbot within the actual system, and it is also really good if you want to add up and connect numbers to it. So we don't need a number connected to it yet, so therefore it's kind of cool to use, right? We can just use it straight out of the box. Now, to help us actually build this out and make it a little bit wow, we are going to create a couple of workflows in N8N to actually do this booking system into your Google Calendar. And it's going to be quite cool and awesome. I'll show you how that all works really soon. So you'll need N8N. Now I've made a video. Make sure all you have to search up for is my channel name plus N8N plus $3. And you can actually just get N8N for $3 a month, self-hosted, and you can create all these workflows through there. It doesn't even need to be $3 a month. This is the top bonus on it. You can actually just have it on and then turn it off and won't charge you. Okay, so just something to think about on there as well. Then I have this magic little tool and I'll show you where to get all these links, but it's a Claude assistant. So it's kind of like ChatGPT goes around and creates your AI assistants, but Claude is just a little bit better at things like this, but it's a Claude prompt builder. And what I've done is I've absolutely just smashed it with a couple of examples of all the clients that I've used. So it's got all the examples, it's got the guidelines on voice AI prompts, so it knows how to build a good sounding voice AI prompt. Okay, so a couple of things to think about. It is in the free resources link, so obviously when you want to come up through and join the free resources link, it's down the bottom. Those tools are all in here. I've added in the Go High Level one, so you'll get the resources from there. Alternatively, obviously, if you come and join our actual cool awesome page, which gives you about $16,000 worth of savings, including all the free websites, by the way, about 123 websites. Awesome. $97 a month, unlimited high level, really cool like that as well. But the resources are in there as well. So a couple of things to have out from the start: Vapi, N8N, get a Claude service running to help you. And then your hard part is going to be finding clients. Okay, so you need to build out a scraper, build out a system. Either you're going to do your outreach manually, or you're going to do it via SMS, or you're going to do it via cold calling or email. You need to do outreach in a way that gets people to book in with you for a demo. All right, way past the build of this, because you need to be smart at marketing, you need to be smart at an email system or an SMS system or doing the outreach, sales and conversions. And again, this all gets taught out in an awesome, cool, free cool, paid community. And I actually just bought a $7,000 sales course that's in there for you to use as well. So you need to find your clients, and it's all in here, how to scrape, how to do the outreach, but you need to find a positive lead in here. And for example, in here, I just actually found a good prospect. So prospect is someone that we can reach out to. So if you're going to do one at a time, this is going to be a good example. And you're going to have to do a lot of them, so it's going to be a lot more manual work. But I'll just give you an example in here. I just found this one website in here, and it's got a mobile phone number to it, and it's got really low reviews. Okay, so mobile phone number, it's got those low reviews, and when you open the website, so here's the thing, you need to do a bit of manual work, go backwards, forwards, find the ones with mobile phone numbers. So really good in Australia for this. You find ones for this and mobile phone numbers, but if they don't have mobile phone numbers in this and the US, for example, it might be a little bit harder to find. So just target the ones with the low reviews. And I do suggest they should have a website at least, because it means we can upsell things to them as well, like chatbots. But this is even better. I found this one in here, the fast car sales, fast car detailing in Sydney. So it's got average reviews. It's got a mobile phone number. And when you go into their website, it's absolutely terrible, okay? Considering what websites can do these days, if you just look at this, it's pretty basic, a horrendous button. There's no hero section, okay? So this is a really great upsell to do. Like, I don't do this self. Sorry if you're watching this, but obviously must do a great job, because look at those awesome reviews. But these finalists got awards, but coloring is horrendous. I don't even know what's happening here. Good reviews though, right? It doesn't even have a review widget. High level office this is such a great client to have, and they don't even have a chat widget. They have this thing in here. Doesn't even look right. Anyway, good target to have. So we're going to use this as a demo. Now, for example, just look at this website and then look at how cool my own website looks, right? So just things to consider about. Good example to have in here. All right, so let's start gathering our information to create our voice AI agent. So the first thing we're going to do is go and create the prompt for this. And for this, we will use the website and the information in here. So you can do this out manually, but I want to show you how good this prompt works. So I'm going to come through in here, and I'm just going to see if my text-to-speech button works. Sometimes it doesn't, because I am recording on a microphone, but let's see how this works. No, it doesn't like it. So I'm going to pause and type this out so you don't have to look at me. Type it, saves up the video. Type it out and we'll skim over it so you can understand. So let me pause this and write something out. All right, looks like I got it to work, so let's quickly try that. I want you to create a voice AI prompt for a business called Fast Sale Car Detailing. The purpose of the voice AI agent is going to be to provide information and to provide a free quote. Now, by free quote, I mean setting up a booking system where they book a time where I can come along and do a quote on their car detailing. The steps for the booking system is going to be as such. Number one, you're going to ask them for their name. Number two, you're going to ask them for their email address. And number three, you're going to ask them for a date and time. Once you have the date and time, you're going to run a function called the check availability function. The check availability function will give you a result and tell you whether there are free slots available specific to this time. So you'll receive a lot of data back. If the slots are available in this time, then you can proceed to the booking. Use the booking function and send over the name and the email address and the date to book a slot for them. So the voice AI assistant's name is going to be Samantha. Samantha is going to be informative. She's going to be professional. She'll be able to answer questions about the business. That's the main task, answering questions about the business. Only suggest a quote when they ask. This is information about the business added into the prompt so the AI agent can use this to answer any questions. All you can do is answer questions about the business and do a booking quote if they ask. Don't stray from car detailing. All right, so oops, I'm just going to stop that one. Don't stray from car detailing. Here is a bit about the business. Now, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy and paste everything from in here as much as we can. So, I'm going to copy this fast mobile car detailing, just all of it in here. And I'm just going to say business from the website. Filter out what you need. Dangerous thing to say, but hey, paste that in there. Now just come back in here. So we have professional car service, where's the servicing details? Detailing, where is what we do? Packages. So, all right, so this is some good information as well. So pre-car, oops, it's not even an image to copy. We'll copy these over as well. And we're just going to let the AI do all of it. So we're going to be really lazy in here. And we come back into this one as there's some more details that is important. See what I mean? This website, you can't even go back. Where's the main page? So you've got to actually go back. There's not a home button bar that comes on the side. About the business is going to be important. Oops. Come back in here and can shut these. Make sure you go check those out. Shut the maps one for now. Come back to our Claude. And pricing. So see, this is good. So we're gonna, when we do the test and demo, we're gonna ask about the pricing, okay? So I'm gonna say in here, this is the pricing details. This is important. Pay attention. All right. I think we've given enough. So you get the idea. So this is how we're going to do the demo. The more you add in here, the better. Testimony, the photo, frequently asked questions. Oh, frequently asked questions is good. Frequently asked questions is good. So we'll hit that. Oops. This is such a good website to upsell. Man, I might just do this afterwards. We're going to hit the send button. And we'll let our voice AI agent do all of it, and I will pause this, and when we get back, we will see what we get. I think you should be impressed and see how easy it is. Yeah, I'm really impressed with what Claude can do at this time. So hit the pause button, and we'll come back to this and see what we find as a result. All right, it actually came back within 6 seconds, so as soon as I pushed a button, it spat it all out. But you can see, pretty good job at creating a voice AI assistant because it thinks around extra bits that you might not think about. So it's got this, it's got the environmental conditions, it's got the tone, it's got your primary goals, scheduling free codes, stay focused, and then it talks about the business, which is really cool. So book flow only when a customer requests. I'd be happy to arrange a quick. I need a few details. Could you please fill out your name? Could I please get your name details? Use the check availability function. For this, if available, use the book function. If available, offer an alternative times with results, sample greeting, services, pricing. Sweet. All right, this looks really good. So what I would say is that we should actually ask it for a couple of more examples of a voice conversation, we'll add it in there. So having examples is really good, so we can go off those. But this is good. We have this in here, first step kind of done. And let's go create our voice AI agent. So we're going to head over to Vapi. You would have signed up, you'll be in your account. You might have to add some more billing to it if it's another time coming in. And we're just going to do the basics to it. Now remember, we want to push this out as often as we can, so we want to do as many demos as you can. So do a practice run, couple times will get you into the right state of mind and how to do it. And it's literally a practice makes perfect on it. And a lot of times the pre-filled out details is really good enough. So let me show you what I mean. So we're in here, we're gonna go to assistants, and we can just have it fresh out from the start, but we're gonna create a new assistant. This is gonna be a blank template, and we're just gonna call it fast sale detailing. Now this is not gonna be a massive Vapi overview, but what we have in here, so your first page, this is all on this side in here, and I'll show it, just quickly move my face over to this side. So we're gonna always look at this page in here. The things in here, these are all our AI agents on the side. These are extra menus that we'll go to. We'll work through the tools available very soon, but we will just want to have that first system up and running and try and test it a couple of times to see how good it is. Okay, so let's go through all of these. So this is your basic setup, and this is going to show us how much this is going to cost. And the costage ranges from using and hosting Vapi. We have our transcriber. So transcribing is when someone talks, we need to convert that talking actions into text and send it to the large language module so it can convert it. Okay, so transcriber backwards and forwards. And the model we're going to use is ChatGPT, and we're going to use Vapi's voice systems in here. Okay, so two very important matrices in here, or information. Latency is always, you want to have it as fast as possible. The better it sounds, the more information you have, the more this is going to be higher, and the more delay it's going to be when you talk. Okay, so the answering backwards and forwards. So, and the cost will go up and down depending on the models you select. So for this, we're going to select OpenAI. Now, again, a good thing about Vapi is it's got all these pre-installed on here, so you don't have to go get your own API keys, or you can get your own API keys as you want. I still think that OpenAI is good. I think one of the 4.1 minis is really good at the moment. So if you can see in here the price for the 4.0 cluster, so 4.0 is smarter, 4.1 mini is going to be less smart, still smart, but it's going to be a tenth of the price. So 1 cent, well, that's the total cost. When we look at the 2 West GPO 4 cluster, mini cluster, 4 cluster, 2 cents. So we literally like half the price if say you want to. I'll leave that one in there for now. So next part, they're all pretty self-explanatory. So the first message is the assistant speaks first. So we're just gonna say, hello, this is Samantha. What did I say it's gonna be? Talk so much that I totally forgot. Samantha. We like a good Samantha. Hello, this is Samantha from Fast Sale Detailing. How can I help you today? Now, we are going to stick our entire prompt in here and delete that. And we're going to come through in here and make sure we start from the top in here. And we're going to scroll down, have this in here. And while this works, I'm going to say, can you? I'm just going to say, give me 3 examples of a workflow conversation. Example 1, answering FAQ. Example 2, making a booking. Example 3, making a booking but no dates available. Suggest a new date. All right, I'm just going to give it in there to do the examples we come through in here. So it's really good to have examples in. Now, when you scroll up, you can see there's a whole generate with AI in here. I don't particularly like this one. I like what I actually have more. So do feel free to use this if you don't have the other one. But you'll see how this is a really cool and advanced prompt in my view. So let's go back in here. So it's wanting to use context 7. I'm just going to say always allow. Strange that it wanted to use that, but that's okay. Sweet. So here's example 1. Don't know why it had to do that, but anyway, example 3, working with unavailable times. So all I'm going to say, I'm going to copy this. So it's made a pain in there for us. We're just going to add a couple of examples in. Oopsie. Push through, paste. And we're going to come back. And is the other one done? Now you should read through this to make sure it's good. But I just want to show you the proof of concept, okay? So have that in there. Now, knowledge base, if you want to add a knowledge base, you can add that in there if you need to. So to think of knowledge base as this as kind of like a short-term memory and a long-term memory. So if I give you an instructions to do now and I say, I want you to drive down the road, you're going to go to Mike's house. To get to Mike's house, you need to turn left, right, left, left, right. All right, you're going to remember to go down the road, turn left, right, left, left, right. You're going to remember that. However, if I'm going to tell you to drive down to Mark's house, and then you need to go after Mike's house, you're going to need to go straight for 100 meters and then turn left, 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 right. And then when you get to that house, you're going to go to Sally's house, and so on and so forth. You're going to get a bit confusing. So to help you with a large amount of data information, you're going to write it down. It's going to be a knowledge base, and this is really how knowledge bases work for all large language modules. It won't use it if it doesn't need it. However, if it needs it, it goes in there and grabs it through. So pretty basics in here when it comes to large language modules. You don't need to add it really in there for it. So don't need to use any of this. Don't need to change any of that. The 250, so 250,000 or 250 tokens, that's good enough. So we're just going to scroll down, okay? So as you go scroll down, you can see all the details will come through as you need it. So voices, so we're going to scroll down. Voice configuration is going to be in the top, additional configuration, transcriber, and we can just push the down button and we're going to use the Vapi voice AI prompt. Now, the differences are when you click in here, it just brings it down to the bottom. Okay, so what Vapi used to have, which I personally think is really annoying, is that you used to have this pricing module up here, and when you changed it, it was a separate tab rather than the one tab. Now, different things has got different advantages to us. Yes, this is okay if we're going to do this. However, let's say I want to change this to, so we can play in here, change it to something else. So we want a Google voice. And where's the play function? Anyway, we want to have one of these voices in here. Now, sorry, I was just coming backwards and forwards. So You can test your different ones and your different voices, not in here. So it's very frustrating where we, for example, come in here, select this voice module. So we're still on Vapi, so we're going to scroll up and we can see it comes about to 17 cents per minute. However, when we scroll down, we're going to select 11 labs and then select, for example, come on, for this one, and then scroll up and you'll see, oh, it didn't even change that yet. So I'm going to say publish in here. So it can be very hard to keep track of these. So let's try to change it to one of these other ones, more expensive one. Is it changed on top? No, it still costs the same price. So yeah, always going to be the same price. If that's the case, I would think some of these you would pay more for, depending on the voices you have, especially when you go select Open AI and scroll back up. Still shows up as the normal one for it. So I don't know. This is why I'm not the biggest fan of this. Let's scroll up again. And yeah, see now it changes. Okay, so depends on what you use. Latency changes in there, and it's really frustrating because you got to scroll up and down for these. So yeah, something to consider. I like retail more, but we're going to use Vapi because it's easy and it's quite popular, right? So let's just reset it. Let's come back down. Use the one that's in here, and it was the Vapi voice, and we're going to select a go. So in here. So let the publish button in here. Now technically, that will save it. If I hit duplicate in here, give it a second to load, you should be able to hear the voices from the side. Let's let this load. And where was the voices button? That should be under here, settings. Voice library. Okay, here's the voice library. So you can change your different voices from in here. And does it have the Vapi ones? And we have Kylie, Cole Spencer, Kylie in here. Gosh, doesn't even have a play button there. No, so not very impressive. This is why I'm not the biggest fan of it. But for example, if you want to go 11 labs, you can test them out.
Aprende a detenerte en el tiempo para apreciar y valorar los mejores momentos.
Right, so
Hola, soy.
let's go test this one out regardless. So not the biggest fan of the setup in here, but hey, it's cool, it works. You don't have to change anything else in here. We're going to come to our tools. We'll use that later on. Summaries, analytics. We don't have to use any of these or change them out yet. All we're going to do is put our prompt in. Don't change anything is what all the last 2-3 minutes came from. And we're going to hit the talk button. And I think I selected the wrong microphone too.
Hello, this is Samantha from Fast Sale Detailing. How can I help you today?
Hi, good day. Can you hear me? Alright, had to go out, had to come back, change the microphone, and now we'll go again. I wasn't too impressed with that voice. Play around with the voices as you want, okay?
Hello, this is Samantha from Fast Sale Detailing. How can I help you today?
Oh, hello. I just wondered what the
Hi there.
basic pricing is.
Sure. Our pre-sale detailing package is $555 for cars and $665 for SUVs or wagons. This includes a full interior and exterior detail, professional photos, and custom advertisement writing for your vehicle. We come to your location to do the service. Would you like to know anything else?
What services do you offer?
We offer a pre-sale car detailing package designed to maximize your car's sale value. It includes complete interior and exterior detailing, professional photography, and personalized advertisement writing. Our mobile service comes directly to your...
just out of interest, how long does the average car detailing go for?
The detailing process typically takes around 4 to 8 hours, depending on your vehicle's size and condition. You'll need
Sweet. Basics, right? So I would change the voice. Definitely you're going to find an Australian voice for this. Change out the voice. And this is pretty good for a first off demo, right? So it's about changing. You got it. The prompt is quite good. It sounds real. It's got the pauses in. Like it's a pretty good shot to just go in detail. As a example, okay? As easy as that, that's how it turns out. You can do a Zoom call and be like, hey, click this button here, go test it out. You can add it into the widget, which is really cool. But now, let's go do something more advanced, and we'll go add some cool innate-in stuff to it to make the booking, for example. So let's next head into innate-in. So come to innate-in. And what we're going to do in here is something cool. It's called MCP. Now, MCP, if you're just getting into the scene, awesome. You don't need to worry what MCP is, kind of the new thing we're going to use, but it just helps us out with a lot of configurations in it. So if you have done normal workflows, just follow along. It's just a different way of thinking and building workflows where the AI agent is actually going to send the data rather than us having to map things manually. So we're going to go create a new workflow. And it means you can just have one workflow, one MCP workflow that's going to have a lot of cool functions to it. And I'll show you exactly what we mean. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go create MCP. And that is going to be our MCP extra trigger. Now, if you have the community node installed, that's the little one in here, but we're going to have an MCP trigger in here. And it's really as easy as this in here. We'll use this one soon. I'm just going to scroll this up in here. Now we're just going to add our tool. So the first thing we're going to need to do is make sure that we have spots available. So the first tool is going to be this. We're going to go to Google Maps, and it's going to be not Google Maps, calendar. And there's a couple of functions we're going to add, but the first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to have to say find available dates. So we're going to come from here. So first thing, the first thing you need to do is create a Google account API authentication key within innate-in. Now you're going to come through in here, you're going to click the top button in here, and you're going to connect your Google account. Now if it doesn't have the option to directly connect to it, you need to do authentication 0auth, and that just means you got to go through the documentation in here, and it's a couple of extra steps on your Google. You don't have to pay for it to create a couple of secret keys in here. This just means no one can access your Google account without these two. So it's very important to have, okay? So make sure you have a good account. It shows as green, and will also you'll know that you'll be able to see your calendars from here within. But our first operation is going to be to check available dates. So we're going to rename this one as check available dates. Oops. And slots, and tool description is use this tool to check if there are any available dates at a specific time. Have that. Events create, we are gonna say retrieve many events from the calendar. And the limit is gonna be, we're gonna get the 50 in here, and we're gonna have this in there. We're gonna push that button, push this button. Okay, so two very important parts. If the person says that they want to make a booking for the specific day, we need to get the entire time slot for the day, for the entire day. So we'll just specify a little bit more on the top in here. So we just need to be very more specific. Else we're going to list out the entire week, and we don't need the entire week. So use this tool to check if there are any available dates at a specific date. If the user requests to make a booking on a specific date and time, then use this tool to get all the available dates for that entire day. The entire day is from 1 a.m. in the morning until 12 p.m. at night. Just cover some things off, okay? Available, keep spelling that wrong. So all we're saying is that we need to check and get as many dates as we want. The limit is in here from the day and the start. And it's going to add a description here. This is the start of the day for the booking date. For example, if the booking date is at 9 a.m. on the 9th of the 12th of 2025, then this date is at 1 a.m. on the 9th of the 12th of 2025. Copy this, add this in here, add this in here. This is the start of the day. For example, this is the end of the day. The booking date is at 9 a.m. on this day. This is at 12 p.m. Alright, so that's our check availability date. So we're just going to have that in there. So this is going to check our availability. Then if it has an availability, we're going to make a booking. So we're going to do booking. Oops, calendar. It's Google Calendar. This is going to be create our booking account. So create a booking. And the event is going to be use this tool to create a booking meeting for us. The date and time is in Pacific Auckland time plus 12. So we're going to select a calendar. Then we're going to say start date. AI is going to recognize it. So that button just means we're going to let in decide what the start date is going to be and what the end date is time is going to be. We're going to say this is the start date and time the user wish to book in New Zealand Standard Time. This is 1 hour after the users requested booking after the start time. Time slots are 1 hour. Right, that's it. And in the next one, we're just going to add our attendees. So who are we going to book this for? This person. We're going to let AI decide it. And the attendees are going to be, oops, I only need one, add description. This is the email address of the person that wants to book with us. And then we're going to add a last field, and it's going to be the summary. And we're just going to say, this is just going to be a demo test booking. Now, obviously, we're going to make this for specific things like a car wash or whatever it is. That's going to what we're going to put in here, but we don't require it. All right. So, very much in summary, if you don't know what MCP is, all it means is we are going to connect Vapi to this tool. This is going to be able to check availability for us and create bookings. Okay, so how do we use this tool? So If you don't understand, make sure you go look after some of my other videos. But this is a way of booking instead of direct workflow. So we can literally connect any other MCP tool in this. You can connect your Claude to this. You can connect anything else to this workflow, and it will always book it in for you. Well, at least I hope so. It should be all set up. We need to come in here, and when you're going to actually run this all the time, you're going to have the production on there, so you're going to copy that one. But for this, we're going to use this in here for now. We're going to jump back into Vapi. So we're in Vapi in here. This is saved in here. Make sure it's saved. We're going to come over to Tools on the left-hand side, and we're going to create a new tool. And this is going to be an MCP tool. And we're going to call this the YouTube MCP test. All right. Use this tool to create. Use this tool to check available times for a booking and to make bookings at a specific time. Oopsie. Specific time. All right, and here, add your URL in here. Please do go set up the authentication if you actually do this. Now for this one, it's just going to be the streamline one from memory. We'll have this in here. So what's going to happen? So when it runs the tool, so things does not happen instantly. We have to take the data from Vapi. We're going to send the data from Vapi over to our MCP tool. Our MCP tool is going to send the data to Google and decide if you make a booking, and then do the reverse. So that takes a couple of seconds, really fast, but it still needs to say a couple of things. So configure the message to be spoken to during the stage of the execution of the tool, and we're going to go custom. And I'm going to say, please hold and let me check on the bookings for you. Okay, so please hold, let me check on the bookings for you. Wait for message to be spoken before triggering the workflow. I don't need that part. Okay, so it's not an actual workflow. I'll show you how we're going to build this in here. And we're going to hit the save button. So I'm just going to copy that quickly. Hit the save button. So we've created a tool. How are we going to send this tool to our Vapi workflow? Now we're going to come back to our assistants. We're going to come back to in this one, and we're going to give it some tool access. So the tool that we wanted to use is the YouTube MCP test tool. All right. Now it's almost going to work straight out of here, I hope. But what we need to do is we just need to configure the prompt a little bit. So we're going to come through in here, and we're just going to look at the booking flow. So booking flow in here. When a customer asks for a quote, use the following step. Explain the process. I'll be happy to arrange for a free quote for you. I'll need a few details to check our availability. Collect the information. Step 1, could you please get your full name? Step 2, what is the best email address to send the confirmation to? What is the date and time you want to check? Check availability. So I'm going to say use, did I delete everything? No. Use the MCP tool called and check the available times. The tool requires you to check the time from the start of the day until the end. The tool requires 2 variables. So the tool requires 2 variables, the start of the day and the end of the day. For example, if the caller says they want to book at 9 a.m. on the 25th of the 12th of 2025, then the start of the day is at 1 a.m. on the 25th of the 12th, so it's 2025, and the end of the day is as 12 p.m. on the 25th of the 12th, so 2025. The tool will return all the free spots. Oh, the tool will return all the booking times that is taken. So it's going to get all the events. So if there's a booking, it's going to say that there's a booking at a time. Your task will be to check if there is a free spot. So just think of this, just need to be a little bit clearer on it, just so they make a little bit more sense. But it's not gonna return available spots, unlike other times. It's gonna return the booking times. So to be clear, the tool, in fact, am I right on this? I'm doubting myself now. Get many. So retrieve many events from the calendar. So it retrieves all the events. And I was right. So your task will be to check if there's free spots there. To be clear, the tool returns bookings. Bookings already taken up spots. If no time, if there is a conflict, inform the caller and suggest one other time. Else, proceed to the booking. Use the MCP, and actually calling tools is this little thingy in here. So it's not the double quotation marks, it's single quotation marks. I need to find it right as well. I don't know if it's always the same like this. I don't know if things has changed. Back in the day when we used to do this prompting, this is what it used to have to look like, and like this. Use the MCP tool and the booking tool to book the time. You will get a quote back. If it seems that they are booked, inform them they are booked. Don't repeat. So when someone makes a booking in Gmail, it gives a long message with the booking link. So don't repeat anything else. The entire message. Only tell them that a link will be sent to their email. Alright, sweet. Okay, like that. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to test all this. So if the booking is not successful, inform them there is a problem and to reach out to us with an email. Great, it's in there. Now, let's just go see if this works. We're going to hit the publish button. What we need to do is we need to make sure this is running. And I'll do this a little bit on the side. So we have this on the side in here for us. And we're going to have this one open in here. Can I use both at the same time? I'm going to test this and make sure we can use both of it. Okay, so let's say this. Let's go try. Not sure where this workflow has gone.
Hello, this is Samantha from Fast Sale Detailing. How can I help you today?
Hello, what's your basic cheap price?
Our pre-sale detailing package starts at $555 for cars and $665 for SUVs or wagons. This includes a full interior and exterior detail, professional photos, and custom ad writing. It's everything needed to make your
Hey, can
car.
I please make a booking?
Sure. I'd be happy to arrange a free quote for you. I'll need a few details to check our availability. Could I get your full name, please?
David Smith.
Thank you, David. What's the best email address to send confirmation details?
David@gmail.com.
Got it, David. What date and time would work best for you?
So this Tuesday, the 5th of August 2025 at 11 a.m.
Please hold and let me check on the bookings for you. I'm sorry, David, but Tuesday, the 5th of August, 2025 at 11 a.m. isn't available. I can offer alternative slots like Tuesday at 1 p.m. or Wednesday at 11 a.m. Would either of those work for you?
Yes, Wednesday at 1 p.m.
Got it. I'll schedule your appointment for Wednesday at 1 p.m. You'll receive a confirmation email shortly at david@gmail.com. Thank you.
All right. So that did not work straight at the box. All right, I was getting too excited and I pushed the stop record button instead of the actual stop talking button. So I've just come through and I've just jiggled the model a little bit, and all I said was I looked at my log, and every time it responds with an empty date. So for example, in here the whole segment is free. I would go through, it will get an empty result. So just because Gmail is different, it makes different systems, different functions a bit harder, as Gmail gives you all the slots that's not available, whereas other functions will give you all the slots that are available. Okay, so we just need to be a bit more clearer, and when there's nothing booked, it will return nothing. Okay, so I just had to come and put the JSON code in here saying when you get a blank response, that just means that all the slots are available. Then I ran a test and it actually gives it back in here. So we'll go through it quickly again, and I put it in production mode. So let's go through the talk again.
Hello, this is Samantha from Fast Sale Detailing. How can I help you today?
Hi Samantha, I would like to make a booking.
I'd be happy to help you with that. Could I please get your full name?
David Smith.
Thank you, David. What's the best email address to send your confirmation details?
It is david@gmail.com.
Thank you, David. What date and time would work best for your booking?
The 7th of August 2025 at 9.
Great news, David. The mentioned date and time, August 7th, 2025 at 9 a.m. is available. Let me proceed and get this booked for you. Perfect. I've scheduled your free quote for August 7th, 2025 at 9 a.m. You'll receive a confirmation email shortly at david@gmail.com. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
All right, sweet. So booked. It's really as easy as that. And when you drop down in here, you can see the booking time has been made, and we're hitting the plus 12. So it's actually, let's see if it fixed it plus 12. All right, so I'm just going to see the time zone, because I'm going to do, there we go. Demo, 9 a.m. booked. Awesome, like that. So yeah, just like that, it kind of works. Okay, so this is really good enough for a demo. All right, so if you have a couple of these available, you can do a couple, copy and paste these over. You're going to have a really good demo system that you can use on your Zoom calls or your demo calls. Okay, so yeah, just understand how Vapi works, understand the limitations. But what I wanted to show you is how easy it is when you put all the different tools together to create a prompt. Now, these prompts can be complicated sometimes, but if we use AI with it, you'll be able to get out and go through it and get this in easy. Likewise with the MCP server, you can use this now with anything. You can connect this to Claude, you can connect this to all the other tools to get it straight out the box and going. I also wanted to show you how easy it is to find a client. Now you're going to need to do a lot of outreach. Don't think that is someone that I found by luck that has a lot of shortcomings as such that we can offer a service to help them. Okay, and that means that there's a better chance for us to convert him. So it was a lucky find. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but a good find. Now, here's the deal. I don't rate Vapi as much as what I do. Number one, high level. Number two, retail AI. Now, if you go look at my YouTube, so just come to YouTube, put in Alt Cutman, and you can just look at where's the high level one in here. This one in here, it's got the little icon in. You'll see how much easier it is to do this with high level. All right, there's a lot of ease to do this with high level. High level just works out the box. There's not a bunch of advanced prompting happening. There's not
The
a lot
internet's
of there's not a lot of MCP tools. High level can just book all this in its own calendar. Okay, so it really works a lot easier for you to pump out as a product and for you to pump out as the actual system. So there's just so much to do with this. It's really super easy. And I go through the same stuff where I create the prompts in here. So really go check this out. Go get yourself high level. If you're going to do voice AI, stop struggling with Vapi. Now there's a lot of places you can get high level. And the fact is, high level is a total system. We can do SMS outreach. We can do phone systems. We can do your automations. You can host websites. You can do reviews. You can create memberships. It's just such a total amazing system. And then when you pay $97, you get all of this unlimited access. Like it's actual massive value when you come and think about it. It's really the thing to use. Else, if you still want to go, and I'll just show you in here all the extras you get. And I kind of talk about it all the time because it's actually amazing. You get unlimited high-level accounts, which allows you just to do this straight out the box. One prompt connected to different agents. You can listen to the agents. You can set up the emails. The workflows are in there a lot. It's just 100 times easier. Plus, besides this, if you really want to go the free route, really go try retail AI. Okay. Vapi was one of the first and the more original ones. All the shortcomings that is in Vapi is really fixed into retail AI. There's a lot more in here that's more integrated. The pricing system is a lot cheaper and simpler. Yes, you use all the same voices, but you can actually test the voice functions. These work easier. It's just a lot better than Vapi, and the quality and latency is also a lot better. They got a better service behind it in the workflows. So when it comes to voice AI, there's a lot of money to be made. When it comes to AI, there's a lot of money to be made. And you really just, voice AI is such a good step inside the door where you can set up those infrastructure, AI operating systems within a business. I just don't think Vapi is the best place for it. However, now you know how to do these things in Vapi, and you can see, now imagine you have to do 10 of those a day to go on. So things to think about. Remember the free group in here as well. Get some awesome free tools in here as well, and I'll add some of it within this. So please go check it out. Make sure we like, make sure we follow, make sure we subscribe, and I hope you had a good time, and I hope this all made a lot of sense for you. So thank you for watching.